There are many assumptions about those who foster or adopt. For every accurate assumption, there certainly seems to be an inaccurate one. Let's start out with some facts. 184,000 families have at least one foster child in their home. 50% of foster households have 3 or more children, compared to 20% of non-fostering households. The mean household income for foster families is nearly $20,000 below non-fostering families, despite foster families typically having larger family sizes. This income difference typically has to do with the foster family's additional required time commitment to things like visitation, court, and therapy. 47% of foster parents have to spend more than 30% of their household income on housing to fit the growing number of family members in the home. In the spring of 2018, God placed an idea on 2 Christian foster and adoptive moms' hearts. Although they were from 2 different counties and churches, they were seeing very similar patterns and needs in both of their churches and communities. Opening a closet to assist foster and adoptive families with the physical necessities of clothing, equipment, and shoes seemed like a no-brainer, but they immediately agreed that the benefit of encouraging personal relationships between both current foster and adoptive families and those that were willing to learn more about this unique calling was incredibly important. From there, Adoption Swaption was born.
Adoption Swaption started because there is a high need to support adoptive and foster families in the Lebanon County and surrounding areas. When you get a call to foster, a lot of time it's not within your window of what you had talked to your caseworker about. Maybe you were thinking you were going to take a child under the age of 2 and suddenly they call with a 6-year-old. And maybe you don't have everything that you need for a 6-year-old, which could potentially cause you to say no to that placement. We want to be that bridge.
The center of our mission is to support families who are obeying their God-given calling to foster and/or adopt. For many families, the desire to foster or adopt more children is strong, but the financial restraints of obeying this calling are increasingly restrictive and often are sadly prohibitive. Again and again, we have found that many in our churches and communities are willing to help fill in the gaps if they are made aware of the needs and presented with action steps to fill them. So that's what we seek to do. We are a mercy ministry to assist families who welcome children into their homes through fostering, adoption, kinship, or custodial situations. We are thrilled to offer shopping experiences 100% free of charge. We strive to provide the families with all the supplies they need to bring a new child into their home. Our facility, located in Cleona, Pennsylvania, is full of new or gently used items donated by members of the community. In addition to our free shop, we offer a forum on Facebook for sharing and meeting these families' needs. We also host encouragement events and Bible studies each year.
I have 8 teenagers currently, which you can imagine the amount of clothing we go through. 7 of those are girls, so that's a lot of clothing. So we come out here and the girls get to go shopping anytime they want. The hair products, you can imagine the hair products. So we come out, and if there's any hair products or school supplies, again, it has been a tremendous blessing to us in so many ways.
I remember as I was walking out, thanking the volunteer for hosting open hours and allowing me to take so freely from Adoption Swaption, and I told her that I promised I would pay it back someday. I wasn't sure when or I wasn't sure how, but I would pay it back. And that volunteer looked me straight in the eyes and said, "Oh, honey, you already paid it forward by taking those babies in." And that is really just the tone and the essence of Adoption Swaption.
Supporting and raising children is costly, spiritually and financially. We desire to help create bridges that help the local church connect better with the local needs of the community. With the donated items in our facility, we can provide families with many helpful items like crib mattresses, shoes, coats, school supplies, and clothing. Best of all, everything is donated by a community that cares. To a foster or adoptive family that is making seemingly endless sacrifices, knowing that they have the love, care, and support of their neighbors is an enormous boost to their heartfelt commitment to help and love children in hard situations. So what will your role be in assisting these vulnerable children and the families caring for them? Please join us in reaching into the hearts and homes of families involved in adoption and foster care. You can help make it possible for another child to be welcomed into a safe and loving home. Your donations are truly vital and make a significant difference in the lives of children in Pennsylvania. This ministry of Open Door Baptist Church has been steadily growing. Our volunteers and advisors consist of pastors, mission board directors, former and current missionaries, deacons, Christian school teachers, nurses, tradesmen, businessmen, foster and adoptive parents, and church members. We believe the God of the Bible is the very same God who can heal the brokenhearted today and set the spiritually captive free. Would you consider how you could help with Adoption Swaption? Volunteers are needed for sorting donations and raising funds for this important work. Will you remember our mercy ministry in prayer? In 2018, the calling from God was heard and answered. The foundations have been laid. The people came and continue to grow in number and needs. Please ask God how you should become part of meeting the needs of the precious people He is bringing to us.